Bitcoin is going absolutely crazy. Are we going to hit the 60,000 US dollars? We're going to look at the charts to find out exactly that. Because yes, from my previous video, exactly at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, I told you we were going to reach the next price target, the 78.6, and exactly that happened. But are we going to see this continuation even higher for Bitcoin, coming all the way to the 60,000 US dollars? We're going to look at the charts to analyze what we could expect. Because yes, we're not going to look at any FUD news about any crypto market. Are we going to see this dump because the interest rates are going to climb? Guys, we're not going to look at interest rates or inflation and all of this FUD data. We're just going to look at the raw price movement of Bitcoin. So guys, if you want to find out what is going to happen to Bitcoin and some of the altcoins that we've been covering on this channel, make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you're always up to date. Because yes guys, I told you exactly this is going to happen. Exactly 7 days ago, I uploaded the video Bitcoin dump cancelled, and exactly that happened because if we're going to go on the daily chart of Bitcoin, 7 days ago was exactly here where the price movement saw this bounce of the 38.2 and this orange box where I told you if we're going to hold this level, Bitcoin is going to turn around and I'm not going to be bearish. So congratulations if you took this trade from the symmetrical triangle. But first of all, we're going to find out what are going to be the next price target for Bitcoin. And on the daily chart, guys, yes, we can see that Bitcoin came all the way up to the 78.6 from the swing high all the way to the lows. And yes, I made a dedicated videos about how to draw the Fibonacci retracement level and what is the major significance. So if you want to find out everything about the Fibonacci retracement levels, make sure to watch this video, which is pinned exactly here. So yes, let's carry on with the technical analysis, and we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin came all the way back up to this major resistance zone, where we can see that the ETF pump was exactly here, and we saw the sideways consolidation and this major retracement all the way back down. But once we broke the 23.6, guys, I was extremely bullish, and my ultimate price target was exactly in between the 88.6 and the 78.6, because overall we could expect some major traffic because this was a major sell-off zone exactly here. But overall guys, I could expect that Bitcoin is going to come all the way back to the 88.6 into this major resistance zone, because if we go on the weekly chart, this is going to be our next major zone. This was this major sell-off in the previous bull market and some major resistance exactly here. But we can also see it was major support exactly in these levels. So this is going to be a very important level. But overall, if we're going to look at the retracement levels from the all-time high exactly towards the bottom, we can see that the next major level we are at the moment is the 78.6. But if we're going to break this level, guys, this would mean that the 48,000 US dollars all the way to the 50,000 US dollars is going to turn into support. But the next major swing high could be all the way at the levels of 57,000 US dollars, exactly here the top, guys. And we can see it was major resistance exactly here where we got this major swing towards the upside. So yes guys, ultimately this is the level of 60,000 US dollars. So don't be surprised if Bitcoin comes all the way up to these levels, because yes, at the moment the crypto market is extremely bullish. Yes, we got the ETF approval, and yes, a lot of people thought exactly here that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down to this previous resistance of round about the 31,000 US dollar level. But guys, I saw this pattern in the charts that we always saw this pump, 20% correction, or around about 22%, this pump, 20% correction, pump, 21% correction. We saw this major pump and we saw this correction exactly here of 21%, and exactly that happened. We saw this turnaround, and that is also exactly what I've been telling on my channel, that we're going to see this accumulation phase within the zone. Yes, maybe Bitcoin is going to come all the way up to the 88.6 before we're going to see the next major consolidation and maybe come all the way back down to retest the 45,000 US dollar level, this major zone, guys. But ultimately I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin, and yes, now is going to be the best time to enter into the crypto space, because yes guys, if we're going to look at the overall perspective, we're going to get the Bitcoin halvening, and afterwards we could expect this parabolic run towards the upside. But guys, we're going to go on the lower time frames to find out what is going to happen in the immediate short term. And yes, on the 4-hour chart we can perfectly see we broke out from the symmetrical triangle, and I opened this trade exactly here in my free Telegram group, and the price target was first of all the 61.8 and also this major target from the symmetrical triangle from the height all the way to the bottom. And we can see we perfectly hit this price target exactly here where we got this resistance from this major resistance box. But guys, now we broke the 78.6. Let us just remove the symmetrical triangle first. and all of these price targets exactly here. What is extremely important, yes, that Bitcoin is back above these major trend lines that we broke exactly here. But we're going to find out, are we going to reach the next price target? Because yes, we need to look at the Fibonacci retracement levels all the way from the previous low, which was exactly here, and all the way to the top. And yes guys, before we're going to see this continuation, we could expect that Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down to the 23.6 or even the 38.2 to retest this major breakout. But ultimately guys, we could also see this fast move towards the upside because the overall crypto market is extremely bullish. But let's go on the even lower time frames on the 15-minute chart, because yes, on the 15-minute chart guys, we need to find out, are we going to see a retracement? And we're going to look at the retracement levels from the previous levels after we saw this breakout all the way to the swing high, and we can see that Bitcoin broke the 23.6 and we perfectly bounced at the 38.2, and then we saw this continuation towards the upside. So this means guys, Bitcoin is in a fast move, so we need to take the Fibonacci retracement levels from the previous low all the way to the high, and now we can see exactly what we could expect, because yes, ultimately we could expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to come back to the 23.6 or even the 38.2, or we could expect this retest of the 61.8, see this consolidation and this move towards the upside. But ultimately I'm going to remain bullish if we're going to see this consolidation above the 61.8 and also the golden ratio in between the 50 and 61.8 level. Only if we're going to break these levels, we could expect to come all the way back down or even retest this major trend line that I've been talking about. So ultimately guys, I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin, but could we reach the 60,000 US dollars if we go over to the weekly chart? Guys, ultimately, if we're going to see this breakout from this major zone, we could expect this fast move to the next major level, which is ultimately going to be the 60,000 US dollars, close to the 88.6 from this major move. But yes, we're seeing also that the altcoins are getting this major push towards the upside, and that is also exactly what I've been telling you in the previous video, that we could expect a major altcoin season. So let's go over to the crypto bubbles, because yes, on the weekly crypto bubbles, we can see that PITH is up 10%, and we've been talking about PITH a lot. TIA, Celestia is up 15%, Solana's up 4%, Bitcoin is up 8.7% within the previous week. And yes guys, I've been telling you exactly that in this video. So you would have been up 8.7% if you've been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin exactly after this video. And guys, remember, if you want to earn passive income, make sure to watch my Forex copy trading video where we're talking about this major community and David Franke with this historical crypto trading group where he's trading the DAX and where he made up to 1,600% in only 8 months. So yes, make sure to watch this video. But let's go over to the charts of Solana, because yes, Solana saw this dump towards the downside. It came all the way into our buying zone. Now we got this perfect bounce exactly here, came all the way back up to the previous resistance. But we lost this major trend line exactly here where we had the outage from the Solana network, but the price movement of Solana came all the way back up and is now back above this major trend line. But ultimately this looks extremely bullish because we are forming this perfect W and this double bottom with a higher low exactly here. So ultimately, if we're going to break this neckline, we could expect that we're going to reach the next major price target. If we're going to take the fibs from the swing high all the way to the swing low, you can perfectly see that this is exactly the 61.8. And if we're going to break this major neckline, guys, we could expect this continuation all the way up to the previous highs and even break the previous high and come all the way back up to the 170 US dollars if we're going to see the start of this major altcoin season. So let's go over to Celestia, because yes, we've been talking about Celestia breaking out from the symmetrical triangle, and we're going to look at the fib levels first of all from the swing high all the way to the swing low. Now we can see we came all the way back up, and at the moment we are retesting the 88.6. But yes, we're going to find out what is the retracement level from the bullish move, and for that we're going to take the fibs from the swing low all the way to the swing high. And yes, you can perfectly see we could come all the way back down to retest the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level and see this 23.6% retracement, which would perfectly line up with the previous resistance. So ultimately I could expect that we're going to see this continuation and reach our ultimate price target for TIA in the immediate short term if we're going to see this continuation all the way up to the levels of 25 US dollars. So yes, ultimately I'm extremely bullish on TIA. So let's go over to Link, because yes, ultimately we can see this perfect retracement that we have been talking about, and I could expect that we're going to form this flag and see this continuation, because yes, Bitcoin saw this major pump towards the upside, and this means that the altcoins are going to follow and that we could expect this continuation from this flag that we are forming for Link. But let's don't waste any time, let's go over to the next coin, which is going to be PITH. And yes, we saw this breakout from this ascending triangle after we have been buying PITH on this retracement, where we saw this consolidation, and at the moment we can see that yes, we are close to breaking the previous highs. Yes, we can see we have this major wick towards the upside where PITH got launched, but we're not going to include this, so we're going to find out what is the next price target from this major swing high all the way to the swing low, and that we could expect our next major level, because yes, we're breaking the previous all-time high or the previous highs, so this means that PITH is going to be in price discovery mode, and we could expect this fast move towards the upside. I even could expect this 100% move from this major resistance zone and this major neckline that we are in. So ultimately guys, I would buy PITH exactly here, because ultimately we're going to see this fast move towards the upside, and if you want to trade all of these moves guys, go down in the video description below and sign up to BITFLEX, Bybit, OKX or even Maxi, where you receive a major deposit bonus. And remember, if you want to join the copy trading group, make sure to watch this video exactly now, and make sure to be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.